people.
World War III is to be fomented by using the so-called controversies, the agents of the Illuminati, operating under whatever new name, are now stirring up between the political Zionists and the leaders of the Muslim world. That war is to be directed in such a manner that all of Islam and political Zionism, Israel, will destroy each other.
They would have done it already, but Americans still own too many guns and are not afraid to defend their constitutional rights. Thus, guns and the police have got to go, and the Constitution has to be legally undone, such as George Bush did with the Patriot Act. I do have a question, though. If we have proof that men like George Soros are paying people to invade our nation and riot in our streets, why haven't we frozen all his assets and arrested men like him as homegrown terrorists? We blew Randy Weaver's wife away for so much less. We executed Saddam and Osama. Why does Jewish Soros get to do whatever he wants in our streets? Or how about this? Former President Obama has finally admitted that he was not born on American soil.
Now, this isn't where I was born. I was born in Kenya.
And the Constitution firmly states that only one born on United States soil can be president.
And just to be clear, I know where my birth certificate is, but a lot of people don't.
Since we now know that he was illegally elected.
3 years ago, I visited Kenya as the first sitting American president to come from Kenya.
Why have we not voided every bill that he signed?
And of course, I'm the first Kenyan American to be president of the United States.
Constitutionally, he committed fraud every time he signed legislation.
Yeah, I was not born in Hawaii. I wasn't born in the United States of America. I come from Kenya.
Does that not make every bill he signed null and void under our law?
Now, this isn't where I was born. I was born in Kenya.
The Constitution is the supreme law in the land. If you have been paying attention, you already know the answer.
Never waste a good crisis.
The Constitution must be undermined before you and I can be returned to slavery. Through Armageddon. All of these were tests for a coming day when the occult intends to trigger their program to bring about Armageddon on their terms.
Quoting his own words, taken from the letter he wrote to Mazzini, and which letter is now catalogued in the British Museum in London, England, he said, "We shall unleash the nihilists and the atheists, and we shall provoke a great social cataclysm which in all its horror will show clearly to all nations the effect of absolute atheism, the origin of savagery and of most bloody turmoil. Then everywhere, the people forced to defend themselves against the world minority of revolutionaries will exterminate those destroyers of civilization, and the multitudes disillusioned with Christianity, whose deistic spirits will be from that moment on without direction and leadership, and anxious for an ideal but without knowledge where to send its adoration, will receive the true light through the universal manifestation of the pure doctrine of Lucifer, brought finally out into public view, a manifestation which will result from a general reactionary movement which will follow the destruction of Christianity and atheism, both conquered and exterminated at the same time."
Rule Britannia, Britannia rule always. Britons never, never, never shall be slaves.